closed and I meant it. Come on, get on. Out. Out. And that goes for you, too. Come on, out. Yeah. Get out. Out. You, are you deaf?
I heard you. What's all the commotion about?
Count Hugo's taken over the inn.
Oh.
Soak it up before I crack your skull.
Oh, but I'm eating.
Eating? You'll be eating steel in 5 minutes. We don't get... This will make the old reprobate's eyes pop.
Which particular reprobate are you talking about? You know so many.
The original reprobate's reprobate.
Ah, his so very magnificent magnificence.
I'm delivering this to the palace this morning. Ah, Sandro, you're just in time to see the completed masterpiece before I present it to de Medici. I think he'll like it.
Magnificent. He will like it, and so will Count Hugo of Assisi.
What's he got to do with it?
Unless I'm mistaken, this little beauty is likely to end up as a present to Count Hugo from de Medici.
Another of your favorite reprobates, Marco?
Oh, he's number 2 on the list. Count Hugo's one of the wealthiest men in Europe. His money props up half the petty tyrants in Italy.
Yet I hear he has a remarkable art collection.
Oh, yes, he collects works of art as a hawk collects eggs. Once he sets his heart on something, he'll stop at nothing till it's his, not even murder.
What makes you think Marco's chalice is a present for Count Hugo?
Because the Count arrived in Florence this morning. He's taken over the Falcon Inn.
And de Medici's bound to shower him with presents.
But personally, I prefer the Fra Angelico, which is, of course, of the same subject. Now, Count Hugo, what do you think of the Medici collection?
I have already said it is magnificent. What else can I say? That I am filled with envy?
Oh, come now. Surely you flatter me. The splendor of your own collection is too well known for me to take your envy seriously.
And yet I would indeed be envious if your collection contained the one thing that mine so sorely lacks. However, since your poverty in this respect is as miserable as my own.
Poverty? How then do you find me poor?
In Leonardo's.
Yes. If my wealth were measured in terms of Da Vinci paintings, then I am indeed a pauper. Still, we must not give up hope. Who knows but that one day one or other of us will own a painting by Leonardo, who can tell?
I am a firm believer in the precept that anything is possible if the incentive is strong enough.
My dear Count, if you think that Da Vinci will sell you a painting, I am afraid that you are sorely mistaken.
And now, to business. I have for some time been dissatisfied with my present bankers. I have almost decided to transfer my affairs and my funds to the Bank of Medici.
That would be most gratifying.
If you will permit me to say so, it will be more than gratifying. I am well aware that my interests, added to the wealth that you already control, would make you a ruler to be reckoned with in every court in Europe.
True. So when may I ask my administrators to call upon you?
That depends upon you.
I see. What is your price?
A miracle. A painting by Leonardo.
But, my dear Count, as I have already said, there is no such painting available.
I do not know how you will manage it, but that you will manage it, I have not the slightest doubt. You see, for the first time, you have a real incentive. With your permission.
Come in.
Marco Del Monte is here, Your Excellency. I believe he wishes to present a chalice.
Hmm? Oh, yes. Tell him to leave it. I will arrange for him to be paid. Rodrigo, wait. Send Del Monte to me. Ah, Del Monte. Let me see what you have brought me.
There, Your Magnificence.
It pleases me very much. However, I would be better pleased if you were to concentrate more on creating works of art and less on creating trouble.
Your Magnificence, I can only offer the hope that posterity will remember me as an artist and not as a troublemaker.
You have a ready wit.
One needs to have in Florence these days.
It has occurred to me. I believe you are acquainted with Leonardo da Vinci. Perhaps you can tell me something about him, how his health is, how his work is progressing, and so on.
Well, the master is in excellent health and is at work on his scientific studies.
And does he not paint anymore?
Oh, he hasn't touched a brush for several years, I believe. In fact, since the return to power of the House of Medici.
What an unhappy coincidence. What a pity that not one of his paintings has remained here in Florence.
Oh, I believe there is one.
Oh?
A portrait of a woman.
Haha, that explains why he never parted with it.
Not really, Your Magnificence. The reason that he's supposed to have kept it is that he's never been quite satisfied with it.
And who is the subject?
The wife of a wool merchant, I believe, Francesco del Giocondo.
I don't know him. Well, thank you, Del Monte. I have enjoyed our little conversation.
Your Magnificence.
Rodrigo, find out all you can about a wool merchant called Francesco del Giocondo.
I will, my lord. What's he accused of?
I think he may lead me to a painting by Leonardo da Vinci.
Count Ugo is in Florence. He visited de Medici this morning, and it can't have been more than an hour after they met that de Medici came to see you.
So, you think that de Medici wants my painting for this Count Ugo?
He's a collector that would go to any lengths to try and get a painting that he wanted. Now, his collection doesn't contain anything of the greatest painter of our day. He comes to Florence, sees de Medici, who at once starts to get hold of one of your works.
But why should de Medici go out of his way to help this Count Ugo collect paintings?
For the greater glory of Florence, as he calls it, meaning his personal wealth and power. A business arrangement with Count Ugo would add considerably to de Medici's wealth and power, don't you think?
Yes, I suppose so.
And in return, de Medici offers him the one thing that he wants more than anything in the world. One of your works.
Then we must see to it that that is what he doesn't get. A little while ago, I received an invitation from the King of France to come to Paris. I have never been out of Italy, but I think the time has come for me to accept.
You could take the portrait with you. It would be safe there.
Yes, I might even get a chance to do some more work on it one day.
Maestro. It's magnificent. Have you given it a title yet?
I call it Mona Lisa. That's her name.
Lisa! Lisa! Put your sewing away quickly. We're about to have the honor of a visit from His Magnificence.
His Magnificence here? But when?
By this very minute.
Well, why?
I don't know why. Here they come.
His Magnificence.
Welcome, Your Magnificence, to my humble home. Oh, this is indeed an honor, an undeserved honor.
Master Giocondo, you are most kind to permit me to visit you without previous acquaintance. And this is your lady wife. May I sit down?
I'm so sorry. Oh, will you sit here? Please, sit here.
Good. And now that we are all comfortable, perhaps I should explain the purpose of my visit. The fact is that I hoped I might beg a favor of you.
A favor of me, Your Magnificence? Oh, but anything at all.
You're most kind. Master Giocondo, I understand that some years ago you commissioned a painting from Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, I think there must be some mistake, Your Magnificence. I'm just a wool trader. I know nothing about such things.
How very odd.
Odd, Your Magnificence?
Odd, Master Giocondo. You see, the fact is that Leonardo has painted a portrait of...
How terrible.
Your Magnificence, can you forgive us? Francesco, we are being inhospitable. Go at once to the cellar and fetch something for His Magnificence to drink.
I assure you, Senora, it is not
Forgive me, Your
necessary.
Magnificence.
Our finest bottle. Quickly. Your Magnificence, you were about to say Master Leonardo painted a portrait of me.
Yes?
It's true. But it was some time ago, and my husband knows nothing about it.
Ah, then that explains your sudden convulsion of hospitality.
Forgive me, my lord, but if Francesco were to find out, he'd be furious that I'd done such a thing without his permission. Must he be told?
I'm afraid he must.
Oh.
But calm yourself. You have nothing to fear. You must trust me. When I have presented the matter to him, he will esteem it an honor that your portrait has been painted by the greatest artist of the age.
Oh, I hope so. I never knew anyone like Master Leonardo. He seemed to be able to see into my very soul. Artists are strange people, my lord. Not like us ordinary folk.
True, but there are times when they can be most useful to us ordinary folk.
Here we are.
Have no fear.
The very best Magnificence. Our own local produce.
Master Giocondo, did you know that Leonardo da Vinci had painted a portrait of your wife?
I think that hardly likely, my lord. Who would want to paint a portrait of Lisa?
I assure you that what I say is true.
Why didn't you tell me?
She thought that you might not approve.
Approve? Of course I wouldn't approve. It's an insult, an outrage.
On the contrary, it is an honor.
An honor to me.
To you. Surely an intelligent man like you must realize what it means to have his wife's portrait painted by the foremost artist of our time.
Oh, but of course, Your Magnificence. A great honor indeed it is.
I thought you would appreciate it. Now listen carefully. This portrait, Master Giocondo, was painted not only without your knowledge, but without your permission. That means that you have the right to claim this painting for your own. Do you understand?
Oh, but of course, Your Magnificence.
Good. Now, you may have heard that I am a collector of art, in a small way, of course, but I enjoy it.
I have heard something of the sort, my lord.
By a happy coincidence, there is just room in my collection for another Leonardo. Now, I have decided that when you obtain possession of this painting, which is rightfully yours, I shall purchase it from you for what I think you will find is a not ungenerous sum.
Your Magnificence is too kind. I'm unworthy of such generosity.
I know. Then you agree that you will sell this painting to me and to no one else?
But of course, Magnificence, to you and no one else.
Excellent.
What have I to do to get the picture?
I shall provide you with a warrant outlining your claim to the painting and bearing my signature. Accompanied by two of my men, you will present yourself at Leonardo's studio and you will seize the painting. We are understood.
Oh, yes, of course, Magnificence. I am to seize the picture and bring it...
Here.
Forgive me, my lord. But Master Leonardo, he won't be harmed, will he?
Signora, do I look like the kind of person who would harm an old man and all for a painting?
Take no notice of her, Magnificence. She's just a foolish woman. You should be proud, Lisa, and your portrait will hang in the private collection of His Magnificence.
In the place of honor.
That you let them have the painting?
Because they were armed and they took it. What else could I do? You must get it back, Marco, before it falls into the hands of Count Ugo.
Oh, Sandro will find out where they took it, and as soon as he lets me know, we shall start recovering it. Tell me, Maestro, how did you come to paint this Giocondo woman?
I saw her one day in the marketplace. There was nothing that one could call remarkable about her.
And yet,
I happened to notice her in one of those distracted, pensive moments we all have. She was smiling slightly, obviously at some pleasant thought. I couldn't help but wonder what it was that pleased her so. I even found myself being annoyed at the curtain which prevents one mind from seeing into another. In that moment, her expression seem to embody all that is serene and pleasurable in human experience.
Did you find it difficult to get her to maintain her expression?
Oh, terrible. In the end, I had to hire musicians to play banal melodies while she posed. Oh, it was a grueling experience.
Ah, Sandro, Maestro. Well, the painting's at Giocondo's house. It's waiting there for de Medici to come and get it.
And Count Ugo?
He's at the Falcon Inn.
So we still have a few hours before de Medici hands the portrait to him.
Florence is no longer the center of my universe. It has become an evil place. I shall go to France, with or without the Mona Lisa.
Maestro, we shall still save Florence and your Mona Lisa. Now pack your things and be ready to leave for France. Sandro, I'll be back soon.
Well, if that's what they call a great painting, I don't like it. It isn't a bit like you.
I think it is. I think it's beautiful. Inside, I've always felt like that.
Like what?
You wouldn't understand,
I've never seen you look like that.
haven't you? Perhaps you've never looked.
All this foolishness. I was going to get ready. His Magnificence will be here soon to take the painting away.
Oh, why can't we keep it? It's me. It's my portrait. Francesco, I don't want to give it up.
Don't be silly. Do you want to offend His Magnificence?
I want to keep it. It's mine.
Oh, be quiet and keep it covered. We were told to keep it hidden.
You are Lisa Giocondo.
Yes. What is it you want?
Only to say that you have broken the heart of a great man, Leonardo da Vinci.
Master Leonardo?
Taking his painting has been a great blow to him.
Master Leonardo sent you. But I had nothing to do with taking the picture.
But, dear lady, surely the fact remains that your husband stole it. You cannot countenance such an act.
His Magnificence told him to do it.
And do you know the reason why?
De Medici wants my portrait to hang in his private collection.
No, de Medici lied. He's already bartered your lovely portrait to one of the worst scoundrels in Europe, Count Ugo of Assisi.
What?
Master Leonardo cannot bear to think of it falling into the hands of such a man.
De Medici isn't going to keep my picture after all.
By tonight, it won't even be in Florence.
It isn't right. It's my portrait. It's Master Leonardo's. I can't believe it.
Signora, where is your portrait?
There's nothing I can do. Please go away.
But only you can help. Only you can save this lovely portrait, if you have the heart.
Lisa! Lisa, there's an officer coming. Who is this?
Oh, never mind now. Go and receive the officer.
I mustn't be seen.
Yeah, but behind those curtains.
My wife.
Good day, Senora. I'm Captain to Count Ugo of Assisi. I understand you have a certain picture here. In an hour from now, de Medici is to meet Count Ugo here to deliver the picture to him.
But I thought it was to hang in His Excellency's collection.
Count Ugo's collection is one of the finest in Europe. So you could hardly have chosen a better site for the final resting place of your portrait. Until later.
So it's true. They're giving my portrait away.
And to a man who will have only contempt for you, even if he values the portrait.
Oh, no, I can't let him do it.
Then you'll help return it to Master Leonardo?
Yes. What am I to do?
Just stay here and behave as though nothing has happened. I will be back within the hour.
You can trust me.
Now, I must get away from here.
There's a back door. Go out that way.
Thank you.
Tell Master Leonardo, his painting means as much to me as it does to him.
I will.
Maestro!
Marco, what news? Maestro, I need something to draw on in a hurry. Ah, yes, this is perfect. Sandro, fetch me some linen cloth, will you? Maestro, do you have any charcoal?
There.
think, Maestro?
Good.
I wish they'd come. It's most unfair to be responsible for this wretched thing. Most unfair indeed. I'll go.
No, I'll go. Please, will you fetch my shawl? I'm so cold. No, please. You must be quick. They'll be here any moment.
Now, Signora, I want you to put this on the table in place of the other.
What is this? What are you going to do?
I'm going to take your portrait back to Master Leonardo.
But what will happen when they find this?
You'll be safe enough if you just act as surprised as everyone else.
Lisa,
It's my husband.
was it the green shawl you wanted? This is the only shawl I could find.
Thank you. This will do very nicely.
Here they come. Welcome, my lords, welcome.
Signora Giocondo?
My lords.
The painting.
This way, my lords.
The portrait of Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci.
I've looked forward to this moment.
Well, was your Leonardo worth waiting for?
Treacherous Florentine dog!
So this is the portrait we all coveted so much.
I see your reputation for treachery is not undeserved.
Get out. And be warned, you enter Florence again at peril of your life.
I'll remember this to Medici.
Master Giocondo, was that the picture that you took from Leonardo da Vinci?
I know nothing about it, Magnificence, I swear it.
I did not realize the old man had such a sense of humor.
Please believe me, I'm innocent.
Good day.
Magnificence, I implore you to
Good
listen
day.
to me.
Good day.
But Magnificence, I knew nothing about it at all. Please listen to me.
Poor Francesco, I've done a terrible thing. What will happen to him?
Nothing will happen to him. De Medici has no proof, and he will gain nothing by prosecuting him, except to make himself the laughingstock of Florence.
Are you sure?
Of course. And Florence still has your portrait. This whole affair will remain our secret. Yours and mine and Leonardo's. Agreed?